Hello guys, I just want to come back here and do a video regarding my Barnes & Noble Criterion 50 off sale. At first I'm going to do a setup for a couple of videos. What this is going to be is a splicing of two different videos. I just decided to combine this all together to make just one big thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my first trip to Barnes & Noble where I bought some Blu-rays and DVDs, and then I'm going to show you a second trip I made, and then I'm going to show you the things I received in the mail, which is going to be over here to my left. So yeah, if you guys will just stay tuned for those two videos, I'll come right back and I'll show you the other things I got from Barnes & Noble.
Where are we going?
We are going to the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale. Obviously I trusted the wrong person around the camera.
It's all crooked too. Oh gosh.
Alright, we're going to Barnes & Noble for the Criterion sale, 50% off sale. I did order some stuff online, but I'm trying to hit some stuff in store, so we're going to see what happens. We are at Barnes & Noble, B&N. And wow. I'll park on top of this Burger King bag. We're here. Okay, so I got back from the sale and I got enough to make up for the membership fee, and I had like a coupon thing that kind of got screwy, like the people didn't really want to use it. That's okay. So I got some, these are all ones I got that are on DVD. White Dog, Samuel Fuller, hopefully no glares. One I hadn't seen yet, The Naked Kiss, Shot Corridor, and then this was recommended to me by somebody that said that if I liked the movie JFK, I'd like this. This is Z. Hoop Dreams, I've actually seen this a long time ago. This actually aired on public television right after release, back like 1994 or something like that, 95. But this one was only $12. Then I got Insignificance, which is kind of a crazy story about Marilyn Monroe and how I don't even remember. I've seen the trailer to this, and it's just got a whole bunch of different people in there, but it takes place during that time, during the 1860s. Vampire or Vampire, however you want to pronounce it. I got this one just because, you know, all the extras and everything that come with that, which is really cool. And then here's some of the Blu-rays I got. Something Wild. This is one that my girlfriend wanted to get. I actually thought about getting this one too anyway, but this one was the same price as the DVD, so we went ahead and got the Blu-ray. Gomorrah. I've been hearing good things about that. Fear and Loathing, one of my favorite movies. Just wanted to get this version. Diabolique. This is a movie I'd actually seen before, but I just really like this cover and I really like this version, so I wanted to get it on the Criterion Blu-ray. Roman Polanski's Repulsion. And then this is the last one. This was kind of a rare find that I'd been thinking about getting this for a long time, and I decided to get it, The Wages of Fear. And this is about these guys that go on this kind of like suicide mission where they have to transport this, it's like explosives or something across these like bumpy roads. It's kind of a weird story, but I thought it sounded really interesting, so I went ahead and picked that up. So that's my haul. I got, looks like 6 Blu-rays, and I got 7 DVDs. So I got literally way more than I probably should have, but I had to take advantage of this sale. There you go, see if I can get it there. I had to take advantage of this sale, and I went ahead and got the membership this time so I can maybe benefit in November when the sale comes around again. And that's pretty much it. Thanks you guys. See you later. Alright, where are we at?
Blockbuster.
No, we're not.
Barnes & Noble.
We're at Barnes & Noble. So we're going inside to look at movies once again. And this guy behind is so angry he thought we were leaving. We're not leaving. Yeah, so my girlfriend, she doesn't like the first video we did. So we're doing some more videos to add to it. I can't handle old Siskel over here. She's got too many criticisms. So we're going inside. It's hot. We're going to see if we find any more. I've got a few more on my list I'm looking for. Out. Ready? Alright, so we went back to a different store, which these are literally the only two stores in my local area that carry movies for Barnes & Noble. So we went to the second one today, which wasn't quite as good. It didn't have as many things, but I still was able to find some things. Okay, Terrence Malick's Days of Heaven. This is one that my girlfriend was talking about she wanted to see, and I told her that I'd never seen it, so yeah, I picked that one up on Blu-ray. Bigger Than Life. This is one I just recently had watched a trailer on. It sounded really interesting about a guy in the 1950s, kind of like, I guess, just overworking himself and trying to accomplish so much. You know, just kind of like facing his children too, about trying to get them to overextend themselves. Bigger Than Life, and this is a Nicholas Ray film. And then I picked up these two, and I'll just show them together because they're the same director. Homicide and House of Games, with David Mamet. And these both just sounded really interesting. These have been on my wish list for a long time. So I really didn't even remember that much about them. I just knew that I'd been looking for them. And when I saw both of them side by side, I went ahead and picked those both up. Night and Fog, this is one that's been recommended to me a bunch. It was super cheap. Ended up being like $7 or less or whatever. But it's only like a 30-minute documentary about the Holocaust. But I thought it sounded really interesting. So Night and Fog. And this last one, this was just a blind buy. I just came across this as Empire of Passion, which was kind of like a semi-horror type movie is what it says, but it's from 1978. And it said that the director, he got Best Director, this guy. I don't want to butcher his name, but Oshima. He got Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival that year, so yeah. So I went ahead and picked that up. So that's all I got at this Barnes & Noble. We talked about getting a couple more, but we just didn't really have the cash, so that's what I got. Alright, see you guys later. Alright, we're back. Okay, from what you saw in the video, you'll see that I received, and I'm keeping these in bags so I can just keep them separated and I'll remember which one's which. But what I've got here is I've got the stack of the things I received at the first Barnes & Noble, and then these are the things I received at the second Barnes & Noble. That's those two there, which was a pretty good haul. Now I'm going to show you what I actually received in the mail. First thing is Crumb. I definitely really like this movie. It's one of my favorite movies as far as documentaries go. I just really like the independent, underground comic book scene. And then just as a documentary in general, this is awesome. I've been a big fan of this movie ever since I saw it on VHS about 1996, something like that. So I got that. Also picked up Che. Actually did watch this since I've received it in the mail. And I know this is like a politically charged movie where there's strong feelings on both sides, but I tried to just go into it as just watching it as a film, you know, to try to show the climate of the Cold War in the 1960s and things like that. But I thought it was an interesting movie. It's really long, feels like, you know, kind of like a 5-part miniseries for television or something like that. But I thought as far as Criterion stuff goes, this has a lot of big named actors and it's fairly new. This is just from 2008. This is another one I picked up that I have watched, the Antichrist. And I picked this one up just because Willem Dafoe was in it, and I'm a big fan of Willem Dafoe. I think he's a really good actor, and he's just really interesting to watch. But this is from 2009. This is an insane movie. As far as Criterion movies go, this isn't the craziest one out there, of course, but I've seen a lot of strange movies, and this is definitely one of the crazier ones I've seen recently. It's kind of disturbing. It's very psychological. I wouldn't say it's like a horror film by any means, but it's got some elements of horror in it, but really, really pretty interesting if you've never seen it. This is another movie I've watched since I've got it, and this is called Naked Prey. It's from 1966. This movie here is the story of a group, like a party of hunters or, you know, goods traders. I'm not really for sure what they're doing, but they're traveling across Africa. And they meet up with a tribe. They end up offending the tribe. And the tribe actually goes back and hunts these people down and captures them. They choose a different fate for each of the people in the party. And the guy that is the main character in here, they choose to have him just pretty much run naked, and they're going to hunt him down. And it's just him against the elements. It kind of reminds you of some other movies that are similar to this, The Most Dangerous Game, things like that. There's definitely a real crazy setup for this film. It's really interesting considering that this was made in the 1960s. Things weren't really that violent back then, not really that disturbing. but there's some stock footage at the beginning of this of some hunts in Africa and some other things like that that are slightly strange because you don't really see things like that anymore. This is another movie I've watched since I actually got it, and it's called Missing. And it's about an American. He's in Chile during the middle of a coup and kind of like a revolution that's going on there, like a civil war almost. There's just no real laws or rhyme or reason. And what happens is this guy, after he disappears, his family and his wife are trying to track him down, and they just have disagreements on what's the best way to do that. But the family members that are in this, Jack Lemmon, he's always great in everything he does, and as the father in this, he plays a really good part. Sissy Spacek as the wife, she's really good too, and it just kind of shows what it was like in the 1970s, you know, during that time in South America. The next one I picked up, Robin Crusoe on Mars. I picked this one up because CJ from CJ and Melina Tube, he had actually mentioned this one, and I thought it sounded really interesting, so I went ahead and picked up the DVD version of it, but I haven't seen that yet. And the next film I picked up was one that I haven't seen yet either, but it's Brian De Palma's Sisters. This is definitely one that I've been thinking about picking up for a while, and I read the synopsis, and it talked about a crazy scene with the birthday cake and how it kind of branded into everybody's minds, the ones that have seen it before. And I thought, I can't really pass this up, not during this time when, you know, their DVDs are half price. So I went ahead and picked up Brian De Palma's Sisters. I try to watch most of his stuff, but that's just one of them I've never seen before. The next two I'll show together, and this is Grey Gardens and The Bills of Grey Gardens. This is two movies, or two documentaries, I should say, that my girlfriend had been wanting to watch. She had seen the HBO Grey Gardens movie, and that has Drew Barrymore. But either way, I haven't seen that yet, but she had mentioned this, talking about the Grey Gardens, and I told her that there was a documentary series that I wanted, so hopefully we'll get a chance to watch those two together. So, and now I'm going to show you one other thing that I received in the mail. I had accidentally already opened all those, not realizing that I probably should wait for camera. But I've got one more that I'm going to open on camera. So, yeah. Slacker. I had actually been wanting to get this for quite a while, and this is one of those movies that's always kind of expensive, you know, in like the $35 range, almost anywhere where you see it. This is a film that actually kind of made me wanting to get into film more when I was younger. Around the time I was in high school, I saw this for the first time, and I'd never really seen like such a low budget film just strike such a strong emotional response out of people. And the director that did this, he went on to do quite a few things. I mean, he's a good movie maker. It's just, this was pretty much one of his starting points, and I think it's an amazing movie. But I hadn't seen it in quite a while, so I'm excited to see this again. So this is Slacker, and this is the one that comes with the book, and then I think it comes with like a digipack. But yeah, so I got Slacker. That one came in the mail separately, and I actually have some other stuff that's supposed to be coming in the mail, but I think they pushed the expected date to like August something, and they always, you know, just kind of group those together strangely. Alright, now what I'm going to show you is just pretty much my entire haul, so here we go. Alrighty, this is my entire haul, including Blu-rays and DVDs from the mail, the two stores, everything all together. So I probably bought more than I thought I was going to, but at the same time I had a lot of coupons, and I'd actually got the membership, and I had gift certificates, and it just on and on and on. But other than that, this is my haul for this year at the Barnes & Noble July 50 off sale. And if you're really interested in seeing some people that have lots of cool Criterion collections, I'm going to put a link of several people that I know of, including CJ and Caitlin and Big Toe and Mr. Joe 450. I will put all those links right here, and definitely go check those guys out. Each of them has a really cool collection. They do lots of Criterion related updates and hauls. Other than that, I'm going to go and start watching some of these. So, hope you have a good week. See you later.